Hey, what's going on, everyone? Axel here. Today we're going to be talking about this game. Well, not exactly. We're actually going to be talking about this game. They're not too much different. As you might know if you follow gaming, just a few days ago, Nintendo re-released Mario Kart 8 on the Nintendo Switch, calling it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is essentially the same game. Has a few extra characters. I don't believe it has any extra tracks. It has a couple tiny mechanic changes. I think you can now hold two items, a few little things like that, but essentially it's a glorified port. So in this video, I wanted to talk about that game a little bit, talk about Mario Kart 8, and also talk about the Switch and where it's at right now, and if I think releasing Mario Kart 8 was a good idea, where I think the Switch is going, what I think of the library right now, things like that. So let's go ahead and start by just talking about Mario Kart 8. And as you might see, I do own this game on the Wii U. I really like this game. One of the most popular games on the Wii U. I believe it might actually be the most popular game on the Wii U. It certainly sold really well. I remember the summer that I think it was summer of 2015 that this was released, and it did really well. It actually was Nintendo's probably their biggest attempt to revive the Wii U, and maybe one of their last to really try to revive it, make it a success. When this originally released, they actually gave anyone who bought this your choice of a free game. The choices were Zelda Wind Waker HD, Wii Party U, and I believe Pikmin 3. I went with Wind Waker, which I still haven't beat, by the way. I'm like two-thirds of the way through it, but anyways, it was a really good game. I checked my Wii U log before I recorded this video, and I have put 69 hours into this game on my Wii U, which, considering I don't even I like the game, but it's not one of my favorite Mario Karts. This is actually my favorite Mario Kart right here, the original Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. But it's a good game. I can see why a lot of people consider this to be the best Mario Kart. It's really it's really the most probably friend friendly or family friendly Mario Kart. It's certainly, in my opinion, the most casual, which is probably why I didn't like it as much as, say, the Super Nintendo version, because it's less of a pure racer and a lot more of just a fun party game with a lot of luck involved in this game. I find it hard to believe that some people actually play this game competitively, because there's so much random luck stuff, like the bullet bills that really bother me, which is basically just an instant speed up. Stuff like the blue shell still existing is really annoying. It's just some really powerful items, and just the number of items you get in any lap. You get something like 3 items per lap, so it kind of ends up being really chaotic game. Fun game, but not my favorite of the series, but I can see why it was so popular. So with that said, let's apparently the Switch version is doing really well right now. It's actually selling very well, and the Switch continues to do well. And the specific question I wanted to go over in this video was, is it a good idea to release all these ports on the Switch? And do I think that this is going to continue to work? Do I think that releasing all of these ports is going to help them bolster their library in a way that matters? Now, obviously, the answer to is it a good idea is yes. They really don't lose a lot from releasing a port on the Switch. It's not too hard to do because they don't have to build the game up again from scratch. It's obviously better than not releasing anything. Mario Kart 8, if they were to make a new one like Mario Kart 10 or whatever they're going to call it, it would probably take a few more years of development. And I think all these ports are helping Nintendo with a very kind of a dry spell they have right now. When you look at the release schedule, which I will bring up right now, there's actually a big lack of releases this year. Actually, a shocking number of lack of releases this year, which is the reason I have not bought a Switch yet. When you look at this schedule, they have Zelda on release, and really the only games that are true system sellers that are new IPs is like Mario Kart Odyssey or Super Mario Odyssey, which is coming out in the holiday. Between then, they just have a lot of games that frankly aren't really system sellers. No one's gonna buy a Nintendo Switch in order to play Super Bomberman R or Puyo Puyo Tetris. No one really cares about that. The true system sellers really so far have been Zelda, and that's about it. Now, Mario Kart 8, a great game, but it is a port. It's not a true Switch title. I think that they definitely spaced this out, this release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, in April in order to cover a drought or to help them make their releases more consistent. I guarantee you they could have had this thing done and ready by day one, but they just didn't want to release it day one because then they would have had all through spring without anything big. And I still think that for anyone who owned a Wii U, there's still no compelling reason to buy a Switch, and there's probably no compelling reason to buy one until 2017, unless you just have to have your Mario Kart on the go, because Zelda is not even a Switch exclusive. Mario Kart 8 is a 3-year-old game that is exists on the Wii U with only some minor differences. And I've seen Nintendo I feel like they're trying to like trick the consumers into thinking certain games are a bigger deal than they are. Like they're trying to make people forget that like the Wii U ever existed, like Mario Kart 8. They're just trying to sweep the fact that it exists on the Wii U under the rug. At least I'm getting that impression. And a lot of games that are releasing in between here, like ARMS. I don't see, like, ARMS is a game I feel like Nintendo is trying to make that seem like it's a big new IP on the same level as something like Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart 8, but I think most people are seeing that game and just looking at it saying, oh, this looks like a slightly upgraded version of Wii Sports Boxing. So Nintendo is using these ports to cover these blank stretches. Now, what are they going to do in year 2? That's my big worry, because I don't understand why Nintendo could not have released more quality games throughout this year. They're really only having 2 system sellers, and that's definitely a problem. Now, do I think that this is necessarily going to be something that hurts them? Not really, because not a lot of people bought a Wii U. The Wii U, as hard as it is for me to believe, because I'm someone who actually really liked the Wii U, I think their strategy is working here. A lot of people just don't really know about the Wii U, and in that sense, their terrible marketing last gen might be helping them in some sense right now, because I think it's helping them sweep the thing under the rug. So yeah, guys, I'm still not tempted to get a Switch just to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't even know if I'll be tempted to get one this holiday to play Super Mario Odyssey. We'll have to see more about the game in the future, but I think Nintendo needs to release more good IPs, and hopefully this release schedule that we've seen is still a little light. Hopefully we're going to get a few surprises this Christmas that we're not looking for, that we haven't heard about yet, like Super Smash Brothers. There should be a port this December. Granted, it's another port, but at least it will be another quality franchise. So guys, yeah, comment below. Let me know if you've bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you are going to buy it, if it tempts you to buy a Switch that game is out, anything like that. Just I'd be interested in hearing and reading your comments, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Take care.